What's poppin', kitties? It's your favorite tomboy Barbie, CoCo Louie, and thank you for tuning into the Louie Chronicles. Today I have with me
Willie.
Yes.
How you all doing today? I'm happy to be here. Peace
I'm
and love.
happy to have you.
Yes.
Y'all are in store for a really good treat.
Yes, indeed. Get ready.
Before we get started on this interview, we're going to play a little game because I like this.
Okay, great.
So the first game of this interview we're going to play is called One Has to Go.
One has to go?
One has to go.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3 different things, and then you tell me out of those 3, which one has to go.
All right, cool.
All right? So the first one is you have the options of Set It Off, Paid in Full, and New Jack City.
Okay.
One has to go.
Set it off.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because of the end part. I want my friends to be with me together forever, okay? It's not giving that. The end is just so bad.
I get it, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But Nino gets shot by the old man.
I know. Okay.
No.
Set it off.
Okay, set it off. All right. Proud Family, SpongeBob, or Family Guy?
Family Guy.
I want to watch my show. No.
Family Guy.
You just said that with ease, like it was
Family Guy.
Family.
I never watched it, so.
You are hurting my heart today. Okay. All right. Okay. Janae Aiko, Erykah Badu, or Jill Scott?
Janae.
Has to go.
Has to. Oh, okay. Okay.
One has to go.
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott.
Yeah, because Erykah, she got on and on. Window seat. Can I get a window?
You're just like breezing through these like it's nothing. Like you're not thinking. Like Jill Scott.
Because I don't really know too many. I know her songs, but I listen to Janae Aiko and Erykah Badu like every day. So.
I mean, I love them too. I wouldn't be able to make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, clutching my fake pearls. Okay. All right. Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, or Drake?
Lil Wayne.
Has to go.
Yeah.
Okay. We're about to these answers. I'm not ready.
Because Drake is my favorite.
Okay.
And Jay-Z a legend. And Lil Wayne, I just never really cared for him.
How?
Not even a little bit.
What?
I tried it. I tried to get into him. I heard a few songs.
The last one.
Okay.
Tasting, smelling, or hearing?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Now he got to think, y'all.
Smelling or hearing. Maybe hearing.
Okay, why?
Because you can learn sign language.
And I know sign.
Okay, thank you. Okay, get into it.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so now we're just gonna dive into this interview.
Okay, cool.
So you're from DC.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, sure. I was born in DC, but I grew up in Virginia.
Okay.
I finished high school in 2012. I'm 25.
Okay.
I'm a Gemini.
Still alive.
Okay. I'm a Gemini, and I'm on this positive wave right now. Just trying to create more happiness because we need it.
No, seriously.
We really need it, and I think my trials and my tribulations have just made me to become more so acceptive of other people's energies and being mindful of other things other than my circumstances. So, and once I was able to realize that it's more to life than what I'm going through, it just gave me a kick to life.
Okay.
And now I'm just ready to just tell everybody about it.
Okay.
And stuff.
So I'm excited because I actually met you through my friend Naya Imani. Yes. And so I I like to call it the Free Hug Initiative. Now, if that's not the correct name, let me know. But you have the Free Hug Initiative, and you have Circle of Truth.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we met, it was like a baby Circle of Truth.
Yes.
And it was just so great. And the crazy thing was, Naya was telling me about you, I want to say maybe 2 weeks prior to me meeting you.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you got to come to my friend Willie house. You got to meet him. You got to meet him. And I was okay. And at the time, she was shooting her video and was like rehearsing and all this, that, and the third. And our schedules was just colliding. And so the one day that I came, you know, I was supposed to learn choreography, but that happened.
And
it was so necessary and so needed. Like, okay, so I don't know which one I want to touch on first. Okay, we'll touch on Circle of Truth. So can you elaborate and tell me and everybody watching exactly what Circle of Truth is?
Okay, so I'll just start from the beginning.
Okay.
So like last September, October, my mother was getting sick and stuff. And me and all of our friends, we was on a different wave. We've always talked about like deep things and stuff. But it just became more so of a lifestyle. And during like the hardest time of like my life, we just found like happiness in it. So we did it all the time. So like one day, like a week before like New Year's, we was in my house. We was just chilling, vibing, and we was like, y'all, let's have like gratitude night for New Year's. And when I said that, I didn't even know what I was doing. We didn't know. We was just like saying it. And we got together on New Year's, and mind you, this was before the Circle of Truth even came about.
Okay.
So gratitude night, we just was vibing. We took mason jars, and then we wrote out affirmations and things that was meaningful, and put it in the jar and filled it up. And we talked about things. We asked each other questions. We had debates and topics and stuff. So it was really, really fun. And then after like that, people was just like, oh my God, like have another one.
Yeah. And
like the name Circle of Truth came about because we were sitting in a circle and we were sharing our truth. So like the Circle of Truth was created to create a awareness for like peace and love and an outlet. Because most times, you know, we're going through so many heartaches, so many trials every day and all day. If we don't have a consistent love within ourselves. And it requires you to know who you are. Right. And sometimes that means you need to be able to hit somebody else's story to realize that you're not alone in what you're going through. Right. So that was for that reason. And the first one that I ever had, we all like sat down in a circle. We all like said our names and what we wanted to do in life, our goals, maybe like a hobby and something else. And one girl, her name was Grace. I love, thank God for Grace. She was amazing. So we're just sitting in the circle doing an icebreaker, and she just opened up with her story. And it just created like a movement in the circle, because this was the first one. Okay. So I didn't know what to expect. And she like poured her heart out. Like she told her truth. Like she said how she felt, what she was going through. And it created like a vibe where everybody just started to like pour out to each other. And it was freeing. So it's for happiness, it's for love, it's for reassurance that you are enough. Because you know it's so easy to go outside and have fun, to like get drunk or like go party, but like it's very seldom that you're going somewhere to get your spirit fed. So that's what it's for, to create a awareness of happiness and love and how to overcome the struggles and stuff. Okay, so have you ever experienced a time where, you know, I don't want to say like you've ever approached somebody and it's like a unplanned circle of truth, if you will, like say like how, because I don't even think like when we met that was a planned situation. We were just sitting around talking. Have you ever experienced a moment where like you could kind of sense somebody kind of being a little standoffish? Because a lot of times, like you said, it's a freeing experience, and a lot of times people don't like to share what they're going through. They like to keep it bottled in for whatever the reason, whether they want to be the strong person or they feel like nobody's going to listen or they're going to hear what they're saying. Like, have you ever experienced them like kind of like no, and to the point like you broke down the wall for them, or it was just like we here with it? It's never like we're here with it, but like it's my life. Like every day, all day. Like I'm always experiencing it. It's always happening. Sometimes it requires me to be myself. Okay. Or to talk to them, because most times people see someone who's outgoing and they get scared. But it's like it requires people who are outgoing to come to them, and then that breaks down the walls. And then once they realize that you're just as human as them, they're able to connect with you. Because the thing is that people look at you and feel different than you. They feel less than or more of. And then once they realize that we are the same, then the wall is broken, then the happiness and then the truth can be brought about, but it requires something to happen. Like, it can be me saying hello or them saying something, but like, yeah, it does have to, I have to like, kind of like push, not push the issue, but like, kind of like make effort to like say that I want to talk to you, I want to get to know you.
Right.
And stuff.
Okay, so I want to get into your free hug initiative.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Okay, so Free Hug Friday was good.
Yes.
Free Hug Friday was good. One night I was in the house, in the bed, laying down, and my creative hat is always on. I always come up with like crazy ideas.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna go to the mall and give out free hugs one day. Free Hug Friday. So, and I had just said free hugs. This was even before it was on a Friday. But on one Friday, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling like I want to give out hugs today. So I decided to go out to the mall, Pentagon City, and I had sat down to like a deaf lady and her daughter. And this was before I even had a reaction. I didn't know what was about to happen.
Yeah.
I was just gonna do it, and I kind of wasn't even taking it seriously at first. I just was going to like do it. But then the lady next to me, she read it. And then like her daughter was asking like,
oh, you had a sign?
Yeah,
okay.
I had like a big sign, like a Free Hug Friday sign.
Okay.
And it was, I was sitting at the table next to them, and she was like she was like speaking in like
sign.
Yeah. And she wanted to give me a hug, and she gave me and my two other friends a hug.
Oh wow.
So then I started to feel like the shift, like I felt the spirit. I was like, oh my God, like this is about to happen.
Yeah.
Cause she was like so like engaged by it, and then her daughter was like, "Mommy, like what's going on?" Her mother like spoke to her. Her mother and the daughter got like so intrigued. The daughter came up to me, gave me a hug, held me tight, took a picture with me, and
wow.
When she left, she was like blowing me a kiss and stuff, and then it just took off from there. I just kind of like walked into it.
Okay.
So then I started giving out hugs. People were just being inspired by it and stuff. And then when I got home, I was like, should I make a post about this? And then my friends were like, yeah. And then after it became a thing. Because then it was just like, wow, like people really was happy that I was doing that. And I even got inspired.
Yeah.
And people was following me on Instagram. People like found me from like Illinois. They found me and stuff on Instagram. I don't know how, but they found me.
Amazing.
They DM'd me and we FaceTimed and everything. So, and that's just for like happiness as well. Like people go outside are usually always upset and like not speaking to each other. And I feel like people want to be happy. People feel alone, but it's like go outside, say hello. You won't feel alone. There's people out here who can smell and make you feel better. But you just gotta like see it and want it. So the free hug was just to be able to create a space where people can have fun, we can like hug, we can vibe, we can dance out, to connect. Just spread love, just spread good vibes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so is this something that you only do on Fridays, or you do this every day? Because you said Free Hug Friday.
Yeah. So it's just because I was doing it on Fridays, but it's an everyday thing.
Okay.
It's an everyday thing and stuff. I am going to get out more though, and like do more stuff other than Fridays. Because I feel like people need hugs every day other than just Fridays and stuff. So yeah. Okay.
So now tell me, because I remember when we first met, you were saying, I think at your job, you had like kind of introduced it to like a group.
Yeah.
So how has that been?
It's been great actually. I think like me being able to be myself at work has created like a good vibe, because today I had the opportunity to like host an event because of like people knowing what I'm doing. And at the training that day, it just made everybody feel like so at peace. Like it just brought like a love in the room. And since then, people always like are looking forward to what's happening next. What am I gonna do next? Like when's the next training we're gonna host? When you gonna speak again and stuff. So I think it has played a big role in like my job and like me moving up and me having a better opportunity at work and stuff. It has really changed my life overall everywhere. And stuff.
Come on.
Yes.
I just think that is so dope, because a lot of times, like you said, like you never know what people are going through, what they're dealing with, and sometimes they may not have people to talk to, or it's always like, you know, the strong friend.
Yeah.
It's always that quote like, oh, who's really checking on the strong friend? The strong friend is always checking on everybody else, and it's just like a lot of times people don't really realize sometimes the strong friend.
Yeah.
Hey girl, or hey, you good?
Mm-hmm.
You need anything? You straight? And sometimes like all it takes is a hug. Even if I don't want to say what's going on, or if I can't even put it into words, like a hug can translate so much.
Yes.
So I think that is beyond dope. Like super.
I'm so excited because I am that strong friend. Mm-hmm. And after my mom passed away, I became vulnerable, and it was the best thing to happen for me. Because I feel like I was able to receive help from my friends. And like the hug and the support from my friends that helped me to keep on like going and going and going and going. So I'm just thankful overall. It's a good experience. Okay,
so when do you see Circle of Truth and your whole free hug initiative going for the rest of for the rest of 2019, and then like what are some of your aspirations with it in the next coming years?
So as far as the free hug, I want to like start going to more places and blogging it so that like the world can see it. And then for the Circle of Truth, I want it to become bigger. I want to be able to rent out a venue. Okay. And I want it to be a thing where people can really come and look forward to say that I'm about to get cute and come here and get a good word. I'm about to kick it with my homegirls, my homeboys. I'm about to meet new people, eat good food because I'm always cooking.
Willie throws down, okay?
For real though, and just to really feel like they're enough, because outside of the Circle of Truth, when you go home, that's when it matters. Yeah. And I think that if you create enough opportunities for you to see happiness and for you to feed your spirit, it'll like take over your life. So the objective is to allow people to just know themselves and who they are and what they can do and the power that they hold within themselves. That's the goal. Yes.
Okay, so really quick before we wrap this up, I just want to play one more game.
Sure.
So this game is called Your Last. So I ask you a series of questions. When was your last whatever? And then you just reply.
Okay, sure. Okay?
So the first one is the last movie you watched.
Good question. Youngblood.
Okay. The last secret you told.
This morning.
Okay. The last purchase you made.
Yesterday.
Okay. The last hug you gave.
You.
Yes! And the last trip you took?
To Massanet.
Okay. Well, I like Massanet.
First time I went skiing. It was amazing.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
As you should. Okay, so just tell everybody where they can find you and where they can learn more about the free hug initiative and Circle of Truth, all that good stuff.
So follow me on Instagram at Willie, WILL, AYEEEEE, 5 E's. Then you can follow the our Circle is Truth page, and then also on Twitter Willie as well. Ow.
Yes, you can follow your favorite Tomboy Barbie on Instagram.
Okay.
The CoCo _Louie, that's THECOCO_LOUIE. And Twitter and Snap. If you still use the Snap, it's CoCo _Louie. Bye guys.
I'll see you later.